has a very unique situation in which we have to deal with democratization of legal process, democratization of technology, democratization of finance, democratization of information and data, and also democratization of market, and as well as democratization of production system. And blockchain that would be discussed in this seminar this afternoon is a very relevant and very important for us in order to catch up with all of the democratization process that now being dealt with by people everywhere in the world. So again, on behalf of the Faculty of Law Gadjah Mada University, I would like to express my thanks, my gratitude to AGS Madina for initiated this very important seminar, and also open our vision and our broadening our vision, so that this seminar not only important for the practitioner, for the legal practitioner, for the decision maker, but also for us as an academician. So again, on behalf of the Faculty of Law Gadjah Mada University, thank you to Ibu Madina, and thank you to all of the speaker, and thank you also to all of the participants. Thank you, Ibu Madina. Okay.
Thank you, Pak Sigit, for welcoming speech. And it's very, actually for Indonesia also, this is very new because the blockchain itself coming to Indonesia, not coming, it's introduced in Indonesia in 2018. But previously, if we talk about blockchain, so people only think about the cryptocurrency, which is introduced a couple years ago, which we know that blockchain is like Bitcoin, for example. But actually, blockchain is technology itself. It's the cryptocurrency is one of part of blockchain itself. So we want to enable this blockchain because blockchain is actually as a technology can make our life. It just not only for the crypto or for the market money game and something like this. So we want to enable this good technology, this futuristic technology, to something that really reliable for our country. For example, now we want to start to collaborate with the Ministry of Agrarian Affairs to set up as a part of the system, which is enable for notary, for land administrator, to just easier to register without any hassle, without any hanky-panky or wherever is it. So we want to start something that really transparent and easy to transfer, but we are really concerned about the security on the data itself. So at this moment, we are very proud that now in Indonesia, not much people understand about what is blockchain in the legal aspect itself. So when we talk about the blockchain, maybe in Indonesia, we need to speak with the academici, and therefore we have to set up this meeting from the beginning. So when the notary, when lawyer, when the bureaucrat still in the making process in the university itself, we need to make us understand. So if we understand together, and then we know how to create the ecosystem, and then we can just use this technology as a part of our tools. So, and then after this, we have to know also about what is the bad door or bad side of this technology. If this is used by somebody who want to have a criminal motivation or something like this, so we will understand. And again, thank you very much, Pak Sigit, and for law faculty. It's a very great opportunity to collaborate.
You're welcome.
Because I'm as an alumnus also from the university. I'm really proud that as a work university, we can speak this from the very beginning. So Thank you very much, and also from my side, from our side as a blockchain enthusiasm, we really hope that from Law Faculty of Gadjah Mada, we can bring it to the national support to support Indonesia to be a better country with a blockchain. Okay, now I would like to welcome Bapak Arsan Nurrokhman to speak from the government side. What is already done with the government, because I only hear that there is a possibility, because at this moment in the Ministry of Agrarian Affairs it's already start for feasibility study. So how is it now? Please, Pak Arsan Nurrokhman. Pak Arsan.
Oke, siap. Oke, thank you. Video.
Do you need to share something, Pak Arsan? I mean, with a presentation or something like?
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon for all.
Okay, for all of your information, Pak Arsan is the. Okay, good afternoon, Pak Arsan. Please.
Okay. Okay. But can start video. Why can start video?
Okay, can you start your video? Can you start the video?
Those.
Okay, no problem. You can start also with the screen share if you have a presentation or PowerPoint to show with us.
Oke, terima kasih. Host disable attendance screen sharing.
Okay. I will make it disable from here. Let me try.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to thank you for the time given to me, and especially for Prof. Sigit.
Halo, also thank you very much, Pak Arsan.
Salam kenal, Pak Sigit. Baik, terima kasih semuanya. Apalagi untuk Bu Madina, terima kasih diberi kesempatannya. Saya ingin sampaikan mungkin dalam bahasa Indonesia saja ya.
Yeah, it's okay. And everybody is outside should learn about Indonesian also.
Okay.
Okay, please.
Okay. Next. Saya ingin sedikit melakukan overview terhadap kondisi kita sekarang ya. Jadi mungkin ini sangat terkenal ya, peta pikiran ini, betapa rumitnya kondisi sekarang dan betapa banyak hal yang sulit kita prediksi gitu. Tetapi kita berterima kasih ada orang yang bisa mencoba memetakan itu ya. Ini Richard Watson. Dia sudah mencoba menggambarkan apa sih kemungkinan-kemungkinan yang akan terjadi di masa yang akan datang ya. Ada tentu teknologi yang sangat menentukan ya. Bagaimana big data, blockchain, ya, artificial intelligence, dan apa saja yang mengikutinya ini sangat penting. Tetapi seperti disampaikan oleh Prof. Sigit tadi, yang paling penting itu adalah bagaimana dia sudah melakukan demokratisasi demokratisasi terhadap banyak hal gitu. Oke, lanjut ke ini dulu. Ke yang kedua dulu, bentar. Yang kedua, nah, tentang blockchain. Blockchain sendiri sudah mengalami 3 fase ya kalau kita bilang. Fase pertama mungkin yang kita pahami dulu terkenal dengan Bitcoin. Nah, tetapi kemudian berkembang teknologi itu tidak sekedar Bitcoin, tapi kemudian mempengaruhi kita tentang next ya, bagaimana ekonomi digital itu berkembang. Nah, setelah bukan saja ekonomi tapi kemudian berkembang bagaimana juga menjadi society. Nah, next. Oke, mohon maaf. Yang kedua. Oke.
Lanjut lagi ya, Mbak.
Lanjut yang kedua, mohon maaf. Ketiga. Oke. Jadi tadinya blockchain hanya bicara digital currency ya, bicara keuangan, bicara mata uang. Berikutnya bicara ekonomi. Dan yang ketiga bicara society. Nah, ini menarik apa yang dikatakan Hilman ya. Jadi basic idea blockchain itu simple ya, desentralisasi storage data yang tidak bisa dimiliki oleh satu central aktor, satu aktor tunggal. Nah, jadi isu paling penting terhadap data itu kan bagaimana dia aman. Nah, kalau hanya satu, dia sangat mungkin dimanipulasi oleh seseorang. Bisa jadi ada tindakan-tindakan pembobolan misalnya. Tapi saat data itu didesentralisasi, tidak ada orang yang bisa secara tunggal memanipulasi. Nah, blockchain satu blok kemudian chain kan saling terkait. Satu manipulasi di satu tempat bisa jadi berpengaruh terhadap blok data yang lain. Oke, lanjut next. Nah, kata-kata kuncinya adalah trust, kepercayaan, desentralisasi, transparansi, validasi, ya, public ledger, kan ya, buku besar publik, private key dan public key. Ini saya kira kata-kata kunci yang harus kita pahami dari sesuatu yang rumit tetapi sebetulnya punya kata-kata kunci. Nah, kalau kata Prof Sigit tadi, ya, desentralisasi ini mungkin adalah bagian dari demokratisasi. Next. Nah, ini adalah secara praktis bagaimana rejim peraturan kita di Indonesia itu masih ada 3 gitu ya. Jadi ini bicara PP 2497, kemudian peraturan kepala BPN Menteri Agraria 397 dan peraturan kepala BPN ya 1/2010 tentang SOP. Jadi masih ini yang berjalan selama ini di Indonesia. Ya, prakteknya seringkali menimbulkan masalah yang rumit ya, terhubung dengan banyak aspek. Kemudian juga institusi ya, lambat ya. Kemudian mengalami kontradiksi karena ada transisi antara manual dan digital gitu ya. Jadi ini kalau teman-teman di BPN ya, notaris gitu ya, itu akan sangat memahami gitu, bagaimana saat mengurus sesuatu itu ternyata banyak masalah gitu, banyak terkait. Periksa orangnya dulu kan ya, apakah penghadap itu benar gitu ya. Kemudian kalau dia terkait dengan tanahnya, pajaknya sudah dibayar atau belum, berapa nilainya. Nah, kemudian setelah sebelum akta ditandatangani dia harus bayar pajak dulu dan seterusnya. Jadi ada sekian banyak hal yang terhubung sehingga proses itu jadi tidak mudah. Oke, lanjut. Next. Nah ini, kondisi itu sebetulnya sudah disadari oleh teman-teman di BPN ya, di Kementerian Agrarian dan Tata Ruang ya, sehingga kita berusaha melakukan transformasi digital. Nah, ini petanya kira-kira begini kan ya. Ini saya ambil dari staf khusus menteri ya. Jadi ada banyak hal yang memang harus diubah gitu. Tetapi kita coba memulai dari hal yang paling mudah gitu. Ada quick win yang kita coba lakukan ya, dan ini sudah mulai kita implementasikan ya. Yang pertama itu adalah HT elektronik gitu. Hak tanggungan elektronik. Ini saya kira masih banyak juga kendala gitu ya. Jadi saya pernah survei ke beberapa teman-teman perbankan, ternyata HT ini bukannya mempermudah mereka, tapi masih menjadi beban gitu. Jadi ada juga tantangan behavior. Tapi mungkin dengan berjalannya waktu ini akan jadi lebih mudah gitu ya. Nah, kemudian kira-kira begini ya, transformasi digital yang kita lakukan di BPN ya. Kita juga sedang melakukan upaya kerjasama dengan badan usaha ya, KJBU. Ya. Tapi ini nampaknya belum ada pemenangnya begitu, ya. Karena nilainya juga cukup besar ya. Oke, lanjut next. Nah, kita coba mulai dari kata kunci blockchain ya, tentang desentralisasi. Kalau kita tahu ada banyak partner BPN sebetulnya di lapangan ya. Paling pertama tentu notaris atau BPAT gitu. Dan kalau kita berpikir sebetulnya ini sudah orang terdidik, sudah punya kemampuan di atas rata-rata begitu. Dan ini bisa kita coba putus begitu, hal-hal yang menjadi tanggung jawab BPN bisa kita coba alihkan. Kemudian ada surveyor kadastral berlisensi, ya. Beberapa pekerjaan survei juga sudah mulai kita alihkan, ya. Dan kalau kita belajar dari PTSL, salah satu presiden yang sudah mulai berjalan itu, urusan pengukuran tidak lagi menjadi dominasi atau menjadi miliknya BPN gitu. Kemudian perbankan ya, ini pasti ya, kita juga sudah libatkan langsung. Kemudian pemerintah daerah, kita tahu kalau mau bayar transaksi tanah, BPHTB-nya harus dibayar, dan itu haknya pemerintah daerah. Dan sebelum itu pasti ada upaya-upaya untuk validasi gitu. Kemudian kantor pajak pertama ya, ini untuk bayar PPh dan lain-lain sebagainya. Ya. Saya kira dengan pola yang ada sekarang itu sebetulnya BPN lebih dipermudah gitu. Dia tidak langsung, sebetulnya bisa tidak langsung berhubungan dengan masyarakat, dia bisa mendesentralisasi peran gitu, mendelegasikan peran kepada lembaga atau orang lain begitu ya. Lanjut. Ya. Nah ini, kalau bicara tentang blockchain, ya itu ada orang yang berperan melakukan validasi dan dia mendapatkan fee dari proses validasi itu. Dan sampai sejauh ini sebetulnya BPN sudah melakukan itu. Yang paling mudah itu adalah kegiatan pengecekan sertifikat. Nah, jadi dengan adanya pengecekan sertifikat, BPN mendapatkan pendapatan negara bukan pajak. Nah, kemudian PPAT mendapatkan kepastian bahwa apa yang mereka terima, sertifikat yang mereka terima itu benar sesuai dengan catatan di BPN. Jadi peran ini sebetulnya sangat memungkinkan dilakukan oleh BPN ya, dan ini sudah berjalan. Next. Nah, ini saya punya gambaran bahwa peta bidang tanah yang sudah dipublish ya oleh BPN itu bisa menjadi semacam buku besar yang terpublish gitu. Nah, mungkin teman-teman bisa sama-sama cek ya, ini bisa tautan yang ini atrbpn.go.id ini, peta bidang tanah bisa diklik ya. Dan kita bisa tahu apa sih maksudnya warna kuning, apa sih maksudnya warna hijau. Nah, ini bisa menjadi blok kira-kira gitu ya, blok dasar yang bisa kita tambahin informasi-informasi berikutnya. Ya. Tentu harus dibagi apa namanya tadi yang kaitan sama public key sama private key, sampai sejauh mana orang itu bisa mengakses. Mungkin tanah luasnya seberapa, tetapi pemiliknya siapa, mungkin dibatasi. Ya. Tapi saya berpikir bahwa ini adalah peluang yang cukup besar begitu ya untuk menambahkan informasi-informasi ke dalam peta bidang tanah ini. Ya. Dan secara teknologi saya kira sudah sangat berkembang begitu ya, dan bisa terus dikembangkan. Lanjut. Nah, berikut adalah tantangannya. Ini tantangan yang saya kira cukup besar ya. Yang pertama adalah kerangka hukum. 3 aturan yang saya sampaikan tadi ya, peraturan pemerintah 2497, 397, kemudian SOP itu cara berpikirnya masih manual ya, masih pakai kertas. Nah, bagaimana ini dibuat gitu? Bagaimana kertas itu ditinggalkan ya atau dikurangi ya? Dan ini saya kira butuh butuh political will yang besar dari setingkat menteri paling tidak ya, setingkat menteri. Ya, karena mengubah peraturan pemerintah, saya kira butuh inisiatif dari pemimpin kementerian tertinggi, saya kira begitu ya. Saya sering cerita ke teman-teman di BPN itu, kalau kita ingin belajar dari Kemenkumham gitu ya, yang bahasanya ya, maju gitu ya, itu adalah menterinya gitu, dirjennya. Ya. Tapi kalau di BPN nggak cukup hanya selevel eselon 2 misalnya kepala pusdatin, tidak cukup kan, tapi harus strategic leader, menterinya sendiri yang harus bertaruh, kira-kira begitu. Nah, berikutnya sebetulnya relatif bisa mengikuti ya. Kita tahu bahwa kami tahu ini penelitian yang dilakukan oleh Pusritbang ya. Jadi kelengkapan data digital kita itu yang di kami di BPN itu baru 56,49% ya. Ini angkanya jutaan ya, dari persen dari angka jutaan, itu bukan angka yang kecil. Kemudian, nah ini spatial data akurasi, ini akurasi data saja yang spasial ya, seperti digambarkan ini ya. Ini ada 89% yang sudah cukup bagus sebetulnya, tetapi kan belum semua terpetakan. Ya. Ini hanya bicara peta yang ada, sejauh mana akurasinya. Nah, itu. Kemudian yang ketiga, tantangan ya adalah culture, behavior. Jadi tidak mudah mengubah kultur yang tadinya bisa melihat ngoret-ngoret kertas begitu ya, dengan hanya melihat layar gitu. Dan ini bukan hanya di BPN sendiri ya. Ini kami pernah coba lakukan semacam simulasi begitu. Dan ternyata memang yang menghendaki kertas itu bukan hanya orang BPN begitu, tetapi realitanya perbankan ya atau orang biasa masih menghendaki sesuatu yang bisa dipegang gitu. Ada bukannya sekedar datanya, bukan sekedar, tapi juga fisik sertifikat itu juga menjadi barang yang berharga. Bisa ditaruh di koperasi, bahkan bisa ditaruh di BRI gitu ya. Kemudian bisa mendapatkan pinjaman. Nah, jadi tidak mudah mengubah kultur ya yang menghendaki ada fisik yang bisa dipegang, bisa diraba, sama yang hanya sekedar data. Gitu. Lanjut, next. Nah, harapannya sebetulnya dengan adanya blockchain, dengan partisipasi banyak pihak, dengan adanya desentralisasi, adanya pelimpahan kewenangan itu bagaimana agar pemerintah itu fokus pada fungsi regulator, ya. Karena kalau proses transaksi yang bermacam-macam tadi harus ngecek berapa nilainya, kemudian bayar pajaknya, kemudian transaksi dan seterusnya, itu sebetulnya akan lebih ringan, ya, ketika mesin yang menjalankan begitu. Tetapi pemerintah yang tidak bisa, peran pemerintah yang bisa diberikan kepada pihak lain itu adalah regulator. Ya, kita tahu isu-isunya sangat berat gitu ya. Jadi tentang kemiskinan, tentang hilangnya lahan pertanian, ya, tentang bagaimana lingkungan terancam dan seterusnya, itu peran-peran yang tidak bisa dilakukan oleh swasta gitu ya, tetapi harus pemerintah gitu. Dan bagaimana itu bisa berjalan, harapannya transaksi berjalan itu mempermudah, makin mudah, kemudian pemerintah cukup mendaftar begitu ya, kemudian fokus sebagai regulator. Next. Saya kira sekian ya, bicara tentang kemungkinan, ya, bicara tentang peluang dan tantangan penerapan blockchain di dalam kegiatan pendaftaran tanah. Gitu. Oke, terima kasih. Ya, saya kembalikan kepada moderator. Terima kasih, Bu Madina.
Thank you, Pak Arsan. Oke, wait a minute. Jadi tadi yang menarik adalah kalau kulturnya orang Indonesia itu lebih senang memegang sesuatu ya, kayak sertifikat gitu, dibolak-balik dulu, dicek dulu gitu. Kemudian tadi juga gitu, kita kulturnya itu ya melihat sesuatu itu ya itu adalah verifikasi. Kita belum terbiasa melihat sesuatu itu ya dari screen dan tidak cukup puas ketika yang memverifikasi adalah mesin atau teknologi itu sendiri. Jadi ini masalah kultur, belum lagi masalah kebijakan yang mungkin rantainya akan panjang dan itu akan memutus beberapa hal, ya, sehingga kita akan sangat kesulitan untuk menghadapi beberapa hal. Tapi itu menarik, karena nanti dalam sebuah perkenalan teknologi itu, ketika kita tidak bisa menyesuaikan dengan teknologi, ya akhirnya bangsa kita sendiri yang akan menyesuaikan diri. Jadi kita tidak perlu merisaukan juga. At least kita sudah mengerti terlebih dahulu. Sebenarnya akan ada loh masanya nanti teknologi itu akan semacam ini. Sehingga nanti ketika kita sudah saatnya memasuki era itu, dan memang saat ini sebenarnya sudah masanya. Kayak kalau di dunia notaris tuh kita ada namanya, dulu diperkenalkan tahun 89 itu ada e-notari. Karena keresahan dari notaris-notaris yang ada di Perancis sana, waktu itu memverifikasi data, tapi ujung-ujungnya ketika dia memverifikasi dan ternyata dilihat ternyata ini datanya nggak sinkron dengan ini nggak valid, nggak sinkron dengan yang dia punya, misalnya ada double sertifikat atau KTP-nya double, mereka yang akan disalahkan, mereka dianggap memberikan keterangan palsu dan sebagainya. Akhirnya mereka meminta, kayaknya kita butuh deh sesuatu yang bisa memverifikasi dan tidak akan dipermasalahkan di kemudian hari. Itu e-notari tahun 89. Waktu itu kita belum mengenal apa-apa. Mungkin notaris di Indonesia masih mesin ketik karena kita belum mengenal komputer dan sebagainya. Kemudian tahun 94 itu kita mengenal dari Amerika, diperkenalkan yang namanya cyber notari. Dan di Indonesia, cyber notari itu pun sampai sekarang dianggap belum ada. Padahal practically kita sudah ada di sesi cyber notari itself. Yang saat ini HTL itu sebenarnya adalah bagian dari cyber notari. Karena sebenarnya cyber notari itu adalah bagaimana kita menggunakan networking. Jadi dari mulai tadinya hanya komputer-komputer yang tidak bersambungan antar satu sama lain, kemudian sekarang sudah memanfaatkan teknologi networking yang kita menggunakan internet. Nah, sebenarnya pun saat ini ketika kita sedang membicarakan blockchain ini, kita mau nggak mau juga sudah pada era itu. Hanya saja kalau di Indonesia belum kita perkenalkan bahwa ini sebenarnya blockchain loh yang bergerak. Tapi di beberapa institusi kayak OJK kayaknya mereka juga sudah mulai, tapi kita nggak ngerasa itu. Karena kalau dari OJK kita udah mulai memperkenalkan itu dan literasinya sudah kita bangun itu dari tahun 2019. Waktu itu saya ingat sekali, saya diundang sama Pak Sukarela Batunangar yang Ketua OJK Institute. Nggak tahu sekarang posisinya sebagai apa ya beliau, tapi waktu itu kami ingat sekali di bulan Mei itu OJK kita sudah mengerti bahwa tadinya adalah blockchain ini adalah untuk inklusi keuangan agar perbankan tidak merasa bahwa blockchain ini adalah musuh, tapi ini adalah tools. Karena kalau kita nggak memanfaatkan ini, akhirnya perbankan sendiri yang akhirnya akan tergerus karena kita udah nggak butuh lagi sebenarnya bank karena otorisasi dan sebagainya itu sangat-sangat lemah. Kemudian waktu. Orang ketika memakai blockchain, misalnya kita cryptocurrency, kita bertukar uang atau bertransfer uang dari belahan dunia yang lain ke sini aja cuma dalam hitungan detik. So, dari perbankan kemudian kita menuju ke sekarang itu ke legal dan di luar sana sudah ada smart contract misalnya. Jadi kalau di dunia lawyer itu kita nyebutnya adalah suatu saat kita nggak akan dibutuhkan oleh para pihak karena para pihak nggak akan butuh kita untuk membuat kontrak karena sudah tergantikan oleh yang namanya teknologi. Tapi sebenarnya nggak gitu juga karena ketika kita membicarakan ICO atau STO itu seperti IPO kalau di dalam fiat money. Jadi kalau di dalam industri pasar modal kita mengenal due diligence, maka kita juga di dunia blockchain atau cryptocurrency mereka mengenal yang namanya white paper. Jadi kita harus mempersiapkan white paper itu sendiri untuk supaya orang-orang yang mau berinvestasi tapi dalam bentuk mata uang kripto atau dalam teknologi blockchain itu sendiri tidak harus mata uangnya kripto ketika kita berinvestasi di dunia blockchain itu. Jadi investasi di bidang blockchain, tapi kita membutuhkan kayak visibility study-nya lah untuk menyatakan bahwa ini investasi yang valid, ini investasi yang benar-benar ada project-nya dan backup by sebuah aset. Nah, aset apa itu? Untuk ini mungkin nanti ada teman kita Yanina. Yanina adalah seorang lawyer, blockchain lawyer juga. Kalau beliau di European area, European Union dan beberapa juga di Liechtenstein, kemudian di Georgia. Yanina, please welcome to our webinar. Could you please?
I cannot really start my video because it says, wait a moment. You cannot start your video because the host has stopped it. Okay. But I can try to share. You host also disabled participant screen sharing. You should enable those options, then I can share my presentation.
Okay, wait. I will check on on your. Okay. Let me stop the video from this. Okay. Okay, Yanina, could you please share to our WhatsApp maybe so our administrator can give the full screen to our audience in this case?
Wait a second. You mean send the presentation, right? So here I could then use the link.
A bit.
Yeah. I'm sending it in WhatsApp right now. Maybe you would be able to do something with it. Yeah, I sent you the link to the presentation.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Gitu ya. Today. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now it should work, right? Wait a second, I see. Yeah, I see that you have started screen sharing. That's nice. Okay, so can I start? Is that okay?
Yes, please, Yanina.
Okay, great, great. So my little task for today is just to give you some sort of overview. What are the major issues with legal issues with blockchain? And also a little overview rather of academic literature and what I've read about the use cases of blockchain for land registry.
Yeah.
The next slide, please. It will be about myself a little bit. Yeah, I'm more as a lawyer. I'm qualified in Russia and also in Switzerland, and I've been working for the past 5 years in Liechtenstein. And we mainly work in the area of blockchain and financial markets. But of course, we do some projects related to real estate, and that's why it was quite an interesting opportunity for me to discover what is going on in this space and how blockchain can be used in public sector rather than private one. Next slide, please. So of course it's not any sort of legal consultation, it's just a presentation, and I think that is obvious for everyone. Let's switch to the next one. So to me and also to a lot of legal professionals, since we do not really understand the blockchain as technology, I developed, let's say, my own and quite simple definition of what is blockchain so that other lawyers and notaries can also understand it. To me, it is a type of computer code. So it's not really a computer code, but it is a technology similar, which allows to conduct and register a lot of transactions without any central counterparty. And they claim that blockchain works many times faster and safer than any other of the computer technologies existing before. And so this is, yeah, the main understanding how it should work. Correct, that's the next slide already. Two important things within the blockchain or how it works for legal understanding are tokens. Token is simply a piece of code, a record in this registry called blockchain. For financial market purposes in Switzerland, they differentiated utility payment and asset or security tokens. And you mainly know those tokens which are called payment tokens, which are Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. These are payment tokens. And with all other tokens, they have one thing in common. They're all piece of code. And then it depends what you attach to this piece of code, which could be, in case of payment token, more or less nothing. Or it could be a certain asset. It could be a house. It could be a square meter of a house. It could be a picture, a right to something. And I think that one of the first times when it was explained in the Swiss ICO guidelines. So more or less from legal perspective, almost any object or right can be legally attached to a token. What is smart contract? I don't know how Indonesian legal system sees smart contracts. Normally we have contracts on paper, right? When we write down what are the obligations of parties, what are their rights, what are they allowed to do, what are they not allowed to do, what they have to do to pay or to deliver. These can be, at least for financial transactions, more or less automated on blockchain using so-called smart contracts. These are contracts which can execute themselves without really anyone involved, but it of course needs people to code them, to write them down first, and then they work automatically. There are a lot of discussions among legal professionals in this world. What is smart contract? Can be really recognize a contract in the legal meaning? For now, in Europe, at least in countries where it requires to have a signature, personal signature, before the agreement or contract can be really valid, and before it can be executed. So it's not really considered a contract in a lot of jurisdictions in the legal meaning. But it could be a way to execute a contract, and that is what is considered in Switzerland, for example. So the next slide, please. But it's important to stress that cryptocurrencies is just one single application of blockchain. And there are way more. Please just press enter, and we will see all the other blockchain use cases. So I'll just go through them one by one. Okay. There are thousands and thousands of blockchain use cases, both in private sector, in private economy, and also in public sector by states. So we've seen examples when it is used in charity, when it is used in finance, in private sector. It is used a lot, what we have seen. It is used a lot in logistics, and we've seen a lot of various forms of application of blockchain in different countries, not only for land registry, but also for e-voting, for example, or for ID, which is really interesting. So it is just to show you that the cryptocurrencies is only one application of blockchain, and there are thousands of other applications which have absolutely nothing to do with cryptocurrency and just use the technology almost without any legal consequences. So the next slide, please. Oh yeah, it's used also for entertainment, but we can switch to the next slide. Press enter once again, please. So yeah, these are also worth mentioning because these are the use cases in private sector, and this is especially widespread in countries which have developed financial markets, like Germany, like US, like Switzerland, and also Liechtenstein, because blockchain technology is used for a range of payment services, because it is convenient to write down transactions in this registry. Cryptocurrency, and it is also really great use case for asset tokenization, which means that you can legally attach to this piece of code, which we call token, you attach any sort of assets, which could be, again, a house, a painting, a piece of house, or a piece of painting, a collectible car, or a piece of this car, a traditional security, equity of a company, and much more. So the next slide, please. Can we switch to the next one? Do you hear me?
Yeah, but
Okay, good.
But still cannot transferring. I don't know, for somehow.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
now it works better. So now we go directly to discuss the topic of land. No, the previous one, land registry. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more step. Yeah, good. Now we're good. So now we are going to discuss in brief the land registry systems and blockchain, and what are the major issues the people in different countries that have done some of the attempts to put their land registry system on blockchain that have seen till now, or the problems that people see in academic literature. We've seen that blockchain has a lot of various use cases, both in private and in public sector, apart from the cryptocurrency. And it could be actually perfectly used for land registry. What I think you have already demonstrated, as far as I understand, the process of bringing the land registry to blockchain is already sort of ongoing, or it is being explored in Indonesia. So yeah, it could be just a good introduction. So there are two main registry systems for land registration of deeds in US and other common law systems, where you need a valid chain of registered deeds which have to be kept. And another system, simplified description of course, is registration of titles, which is more common to civil law countries where we are located, for example. So you normally have a cadastral land identifier which is connected to the record of the current owner of the title. And both of these systems can be actually united on blockchain, or blockchain can be used for both of these systems, because the token can be addressed to the can be attached to the address to the owner that corresponds with the title registration, and token is also a result of a transaction. So it could be used really for both types of land registry system. Next, please. Mm-hmm. And we're going also to discuss major features or maybe issues which are related to using blockchain for land registry, which are seen either in cases of implementation or are seen in some academic literature. Blockchain as technology allows to write down the transactions without any central provider, which means it really excludes or minimizes the possibility of frauds and corruption. Because once transaction happens in blockchain, you cannot really change it. It is really irrevocable. And it is there forever. And everyone else who would like to take a look at it would be able to do so. So it is really a great thing for, I believe, rather not for countries which already have like everything in place and have almost no corruption, but it could be a really good thing for countries which still have to cope with corruption and have to create or see as their goal creating a transparent land registry system, and in general state services system. So blockchain could be a really good use case in this regard. So if something goes wrong, or let's say not goes wrong, but since the information is still put in the system by people, if incorrect data is published, then it can be corrected, but everyone will see in the system that a mistake was done, something incorrect was published, but then the corrected information was published, and this will be reflected as the latest transaction in the system. Also, normally to do something with this piece of code called token, you need other piece of token of code, which is called private keys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And one of the major issues was blockchain is still storage of private keys, of your own keys or passwords to token, let's say, and that they can be lost and then nothing can be really done. So they, some academic literature, they suggest, or also some of the technical professionals, they suggest that laws of private keys can be addressed by the system architecture, that you can have a trusted third party or validator.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who can do something once you lose the private keys. So the issue is there, but it can be actually addressed from technical perspective. So next, please.
Okay.
There is also big discussion whether to use public or private blockchains for land registry and in general for any public services, for any state services. With public blockchains, it's good on the one side that it doesn't require any central authority, and it is normally there is a community. Of course, there are founders behind those public blockchains, but on the other hand, everyone else can see what is happening there and can validate it or can prove it or can check it. The issue with private or permission blockchains is that on the one hand, yes, you might have more sort of privacy, but the problem is also that you have a central authority that is responsible for developing the infrastructure, data centers, nodes, etc. So it is really, there is no single or the right answer, which is really good for public services, public or private blockchains. I think it's still an issue which will be discussed and which can be decided by certain states or organizations. Mm-hmm. It's just really up to the state or up to the organization if they go for public or private blockchain. Though with a private blockchain, of course, this idea of decentralization gets a little bit lost, but yeah, still, yeah, it can be used. So the next one, please. So yes, there are also some technical issues. One of the major issues is so-called hard fork, because the system can, at certain points, which is shown, I think, on the on the graphic to the right, you have new blocks which are created, and in a certain point, this can be divided into two branches which are independent, and you have as a result duplicated information of what you have already have. So of course, here there was also a solution which are suggested in different literature and also are suggested by technical professionals, that an authority or a government should be allowed to tell which of these blockchain is actually, which of these databases is legitimate, which can be used in the case of hard work. So yeah, the issue is there, but it still can be addressed. And with scalability, as you might have heard, public blockchains have from time to time issues that they are really overloaded. I assume that private blockchains may also have the same issue once they have thousands of transactions which they have to run. It can lead to not really failures, but at a certain point that the transactions can become really, really slow and cannot be executed. But I think that some of the new blockchains, not only Bitcoin itself or Ethereum, but other like EOS and Stellar and the new which are going to appear, that they really try also to address this issue, the issue of scalability. Next, please. Two issues are related to, let's say, persons and data about persons. The thing is that when we use pure blockchain, the actual authorization for a transaction is provided only with private key. There is, at least from the system itself, there is no obligation or to be authorized. But of course, with the legislation, everyone doing something related to transfer of any sorts of assets has to pass KYC and AML. This is a standard thing. So this issue of blockchain can be addressed, of course, by implementing proper KYC procedures, and also by introduction of digital identities, which some countries also do, that you use some sort of digital identity, which may be also on blockchain, to enter the system of land registry, let's say, if you need to do something with your property, or if you are a notary or an authority doing something, yes, there should be a layer of identity implemented together with blockchain. And with personal data, I don't know if this is so important for Indonesia, but it has been quite important in Europe because of the introduction of GDPR. In GDPR, there is a right, which is called right to be forgotten, which means normally a person who would like that his or her personal data are deleted by a certain provider and not used anymore has a right to ask them to do so. For example, if you buy something in a store online, you can ask the online store to delete your personal data. Since we can't really delete anything on blockchain, which is written down, it has this problem, which can be, in my understanding, again addressed on a technical level, because I think the cryptographic hash can be used to provide a one-way link to personal data, so that on the one hand, those who has to use it has access to it, but it's not really stored on a blockchain. So there is still the issues here, but there are the possibilities how to solve. So the next, please. Yeah, these are also really important things which are discussed by lawyers, governments, and notaries, like, if the land registry will be on blockchain, do people still need governments, and do they still need notaries? The answer is actually no, because blockchain in this case will be just a database, and it still needs a lot of people to run this database. It still needs authorities and people working there, which keep those records of the property rights, which enter them into the system, and make sure also that this blockchain is functional. And it still would need, in my understanding, it still would need notaries, because in a lot of countries, so we know, to do something with immovable property, you need to go to notary, either to get the contract registered or to get the transfer of title registered. And the thing is also to do so with the blockchain. The blockchain itself will not really read your contract, or will not really check whether the transfer of title is done in a lawful way. It is just a database to keep the information about land registry. It will not do anything itself. So it still needs, in my understanding, at least in a lot of academic literature, you will see that it still would need in most of the systems a notary, which will do more or less the same stuff, read the contract, understand whether the transfer of title is done in a legal way, and then enter or transfer the information to this database blockchain. That's what the notaries will be doing, in my understanding. So the next, please. And here are examples together with the links of land registry projects of countries on blockchain. To be honest, I haven't seen really a lot till now because, well, I think there are a lot of various issues why not so many countries have introduced it till now. One of the reasons is because the land registry system is huge. It's a lot of work that you would need to do to transfer it from one technical system to a different technical system. It's a tremendous amount of work, and that's why a lot of countries don't do so, especially the countries like the project Promaway in Sweden, for example. They have been quite successful. But the thing is that in Sweden, things with state services have worked pretty well also before blockchain. So maybe for them, there were no really serious incentives to use blockchain because they already have almost no bureaucracy and almost no corruption compared to different countries. Of course, in their own system, they try to defeat some of the failures, but there was, in my understanding, not so many incentives to use blockchain, though they've been quite successful with the pilot. The other, now I can start my video, I guess. Yeah, you should be able to see me. The other project which is worth mentioning, and I think this would be in the future more blockchain use cases, these are developing countries which have not had till now proper land registry system on any technical platform which could allow them to register transactions and to keep them safely. And also a lot of countries who have major issues with corruption.
Yeah.
I think that for them, using blockchain for land registry and also for public sector in general could also be an opportunity. But again, it is a tremendous amount of work. There are a lot of issues related to technical problems. I've mentioned just some of the issues. And also there are a lot of investments. The state or the authorities, they have to plan the budget for expenses for all of that. And I think that's why maybe we have not seen so many use cases of blockchains for public registry of land. The one use case I think that was going to be discussed maybe today, but I have not seen the speaker till now, was by BitFury in Georgia. I think it was also quite successful. So yeah, for now there have been not so many blockchain use cases for land registry.
Yeah, actually very interested for Georgia implementation actually, because yeah.
But I think again, it is a very complex issue. There are so many things which are to be considered, and for countries which already have working land registry system in place, there are not so many incentives to transfer it to blockchain. But for those who don't and who would like and who have major issues with corruption, I believe that blockchain can be well used for land registry, also taking into account all the issues. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for inviting me. Thanks a lot to other speakers. Thanks a lot for listening to the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Yanina. We are very apologize for the limitation of our hosting. I hope for the next we can be more prepared for this, so we can more interact each other. So before we go to the question and answer for the session, so I would like to invite Alex Sudadze from Georgia, who can maybe explain from the investor overview and also as Georgian itself, how is the practical in Georgian. So please, Alex, welcome to our conference. Alex. Alex. Hello. Alex, are you there? Okay. Okay, before we start to go to Alex to present what we can have now is actually blockchain is as a technology. If we want to implement in Indonesia, of course, okay. Alex?
Sorry, I lost the connection, but I connect in some minutes. Okay.
Okay. So you need how many minutes to start for this?
Okay, in 5 minutes I will be ready.
Okay, okay. So we will continue with Yanina in this case, so we can have interact with our audience here. The one who want to have interaction for or any question about the blockchain, how is the implementation, and what is it in the European country or maybe in Georgia for this, because for some cases in Indonesia is we still very new. So maybe just a little of us who understand about what is smart contract and what is it the land registration using this kind of thing. But I'm sure all of our audience here is really new about blockchain itself. So I would like to invite everybody who want to have a question, just raise hand or just directly, please. Maybe Pak Khotibul Umam or please.
Yes, thank you, Budina. Can you hear me?
Yep. Very
clear. Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I have a question to all of you, but maybe it's not in the context of land registration, but in the financial transaction. In UGM, I teach about the financial transaction, especially in the Islamic banking or Sharia banking in Indonesia. In the manual transaction, we know that we can implement the principle in the context of this is full Sharia compliance. One thing is that if everybody go to the bank and if visit the bank, we will get the contract, and the content as contract is not fully compliant with the principle. So my short question is whether the blockchain can optimize this condition. I mean that, for example, in the bank, to fully comply with the principle, fully compliant with the rule and the law and the regulation. I think maybe it is outside of the context, but how to make the blockchains more useful to make sure that all of the transaction is suitable with the principle, suitable with the law and regulation. You get my point?
Okay,
Yeah.
Yanina, did you get Bapak Khotib
I think partly I got it. And I think that yes, that's the issue that we actually discussed. That on the blockchain itself, you don't really need to be authorized to transfer any of the tokens, which can be either cryptocurrency or which can be attached to any other sort of asset. But yes, what the regulators in a lot of countries do, they require all the cryptocurrency exchanges or all platforms which are already there for trading, for example, with security tokens. They require that all persons, first of all, pass the decent authorization, the KYC procedure. And then also there is a controlling procedure in place for ongoing transactions, which means if you do a transaction normally, you have to submit certain information or documents to the exchange if you use an exchange. And also we see traditional banks they have not used blockchain so much till now, but actually we see a lot of still a lot of also traditional rather small banks that try to use blockchain for their infrastructure, because it is also good for keeping all financial transactions no matter what you do. But again, it is just a database, it is just a registry of transactions. And to make sure that those transactions comply with current regulations and laws, there are normally compliance officers in place which check it first of all. And also we have seen till now that some of the exchanges and also banks, they implement more and more artificial intelligence, for example, to check the transactions, to see whether transactions go above some limits which show that it is a high risk for compliance. And then those high risk transactions can be checked manually. But a lot of things can be not really checked, but can be done automatically also using artificial intelligence, both combination of blockchain and artificial intelligence, what I have seen till now. But it still needs people to make sure it is compliant.
Thank you very much.
Okay, maybe if we start like in Indonesia, what we can implement for blockchain, what is interested in here, we start also the project in the East Indonesia for tuna supply chain. So we blockchainize the tuna itself to make this tuna is identified. How is tuna is captured from the sea? Is it legal or illegal? So when the fishermen catch the tuna in the sea, so this tuna is an asset itself. So when we go to wherever the supermarket or wherever in the warehouse and wherever the tuna will go until to the customer, they will know that this tuna is really legally catch by somebody, who is the name, how is the process and everything. So all this information from the fisherman catch the tuna until go to the plate itself, everything is traceable. So it's about the tracking or recording. Actually, it's about blockchain. That's why we really concerned, or are the one who enthusiasts in blockchain, we're really concerned about the information, because the information itself is asset. So, but for transferring the asset itself, we need verification, even from the person, or maybe the infrastructure, they already make it like a person itself to verify. Is it, Yanina?
Well, yes, that could be also an example. But what I talked about is more related to banks and transfer of assets like money or assets which cost money, like I don't know, securities or any kind of equity or any kind of cryptocurrency. I mostly refer to that when talking about KYC and compliance procedures.
So,
but it is similar in a way to what you to the use case that you mentioned. Also, as far as I understand, also for compliance procedures, some of the banks or some of the exchanges, they implement some technological procedures that they are able to trace, let's say, the technical way of token to understand where it comes from. That it doesn't come from an illegal source or an illegal, let's say, sanctioned country or person.
Yeah, exactly. It's here. In here, it's just like we talk about: are you a robot? Are you a real person or not? Even we have to understand. When we face somebody, maybe yes, this is virtual, but we have to know that this is a real person or not. So we have to verify that you are a robot or the real human. Or in Indonesia, we have a lot of cases like identification, like for example, identification number. Even we already have a system, but still a person can have two identity. So it's still easy in Indonesia to do this, but now slowly but sure we start to fix all this kind of mess by the system. So it's impossible for somebody who has two identity to still alive for long term. So but I don't know, still or not, it's depend on the system itself.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So I see another question from Bapak Reza Nurrokhman. Hello, I want to ask how eradicate Indonesia fake blockchain company who take advantage of the hype. Who's the best legal system we must learn? Okay, Bapak Reza, I invite you to just asking live in here.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, please, Pak Reza. It's interesting. Would you ask directly or I read your question now? Okay, I will read your question. Okay, Yanina, Bapak Reza Nurrokhman asking about, hello, I want to ask how eradicate Indonesian fake blockchain company who take advantage of the hype. Who's the best legal system we must learn to adopt blockchain? If we look Financial Authority watchlist data, scammer adopting the word blockchain with or without having any use the technology. They came from old player of pyramid scheme, MLM Ponzi, and sadly always repeat their scam fraud methods freely until now. Okay, Pak Reza, could you please to who you address this, to Yanina or to anybody in here? Okay. Okay, yeah, Yanina. Maybe we can have a discussion about this kind of in Indonesia. Practically, there are a lot of company who work for cryptocurrency, but they work as a crypto marketplace, something like this. But they're really sometimes it's only scammer. They only play for the money itself. it's nothing to do. Even they don't have any backup asset at all. When they go to the ICO or STO, even they don't have any backup asset. So it's sometimes it's very dangerous when we talk about blockchain. So people still thinking that this is about the cryptocurrency itself who trade in the market. So there's how in Indonesia maybe people know about blockchain is the cryptocurrency itself. So what do you think? How we can just make them understand that this is a real blockchain system or technology, and this one is only take a blockchain is only for the money to grab the opportunity or just to trade for short term in the marketplace.
I think the only way to explain the difference between the cryptocurrency and blockchain is to educate people. Do the events like you do them. Write articles. Maybe right now you cannot really have some offline events, so you are forced to have it online. But yes, only by educating people, I believe. Otherwise, it is not really possible. And educating people is possible in different ways. It could be online events, it could be writing articles, it could be videos on YouTube, it could be whatever. And also, it is up to the national regulator. I believe you have a financial authority or authority responsible for financial markets. It depends on how the average consumer behavior looks like. If people are well educated in terms of financial markets, if they know that what are high risk investments like cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is impossibly high risk and it is impossibly volatile. So as an investor myself, I say I would not invest more than 10% of what I have or even less in cryptocurrency, because the volatility is so high and I do not have the knowledge to manage it, you know? And of course it is different. Some people trust more in cryptocurrency and trust more themselves that they are able to control this risk somehow. And it is up to the national regulator, and I understand why some of countries either ban cryptocurrency or restrict it heavily, because the average consumer doesn't really have the knowledge of high risk investment. And is not really able to handle it. In this case, of course, the regulator has to do something to protect the average consumers. But on the other hand, of course, it's a lot controversial in some countries where people are well educated in terms of financial markets. I would say Germany or Switzerland. People know more or less a lot about investing, and they know that cryptocurrencies are high risk, but they have a lot of wealth, compared to other countries, and then they can use part of this wealth to invest in cryptocurrencies. So to sum it up, there are, in my opinion, two ways to help people to differentiate cryptocurrency and blockchain and protect people maybe from cryptocurrencies: educating people, and the national regulators, of course, have to do something, put some guidelines or legislation in place to handle those issues.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so everything is now depend on the education, actually. So therefore, we start from the university to educate person. But of course, we would like to still ongoing to educate the people with all the maybe ministry or even with the local government to make people understand that blockchain is nothing to do with the with a cryptocurrency who only trade cryptocurrency itself, because blockchain is more than just cryptocurrency trading. And then what we need to understand now in Indonesia, with all the scammers who use blockchain, who use like cryptocurrency trading, and some of them also use like maybe infrastructure, which is very, very high technology, and everything is so many. And it's not only go to the target with the understandable people, but also to go to like the small fisherman, small farmer, even somebody has to sell the land, or to go to the bank to get the money and then invest in the cryptocurrency trading. So it's unfortunately in Indonesia, many things happens just like this. Okay, for the next question, ada Miss Ajeng Puspita. How is the legal perspective toward real estate tokenization that slice the asset by issuing asset tokens, whether ownership right or which is divided among token holders, or only the financial interest is shared among token holders? For example, if the asset is sold, there is an incentive for the token holder. So it's about the tokenized and ownership right. When people just make a real estate to go to the tokenization. So what do you think, Yanina?
When talking about real estate tokenization, there are different legal models for doing so. And I think that tokenization of real world assets has really quite a bright future, because the big investment banks, they say this market is worth billions, because a lot of liquid assets like real estate, or maybe arts or collectible cars, they're quite illiquid. I mean, to buy them, you need a large amount of money, you need mortgages, and it makes the investment in those assets quite difficult. So of course, it would be better if you are able to invest in smaller in tokens which are backed by this real estate. So the legal models are that you can have co-ownership or part of co-ownership in an object. You can have a traditional bond with opportunity to earn money, traditional secured bond, or you can have derivatives and also earn money with
okay.
And also yeah, these are actually also the tokenization of real estate can be that you tokenize an investment fund. So there are some traditional opportunities to both some traditional, not really traditional opportunities to tokenize real estate, and yeah, these are already there. Of course, they are not recognized by a lot of countries, but within Europe, it is more or less, I believe, among legal practitioners and regulators, the standard that yes, real estate can be tokenized, and we've seen at least, I think, over 10 of various examples of tokenization of real estate as opportunity for investment. But of course, the market of assets tokenization is in a very early development stage. The secondary market is not there. There are not so many platforms which allow to trade security tokens. So on the one hand, yes, it is possible and there are legal models to do so, but on the other hand, the market is in a very early development stage, and there are a lot of issues to work on until this market will hopefully really flourish.
Okay. Okay, it's interesting actually for this issue, because the tokenization in Indonesia, we talk about tokenization only in several of not still not much, but it's already ongoing, but not much people using it for example, like real estate using for tokenization. So actually, this is the opportunity for us also. But again, it's about how to prepare this tokenization process onto the process that really verificate or legitimate in the process itself. So that's the thing. Okay, the next question is from Cornelis Denov. Bagaimana Okay, Alex. Hi. Are you ready? Okay. Okay. Let's start with Alex. Alex will explain about how's the blockchain practical in practice in Georgia, especially Alex as an investor itself for crypto investment. So please, Alex, are you ready now? Okay. Okay, please.
Just a minute. Good day. How you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Good day. Now I'm sitting in Crypto Cafe Georgia, and I invite to everybody here with pleasure. And in Georgia, we have, I think it's good opportunities in blockchain solutions and cryptocurrency solutions. But we have 2 or 3 projects, now government projects. As you discussed, now it is first project, it was land registry, and in the Ministry of Justice some years ago, it was 2017. Now we have another project. It will be ready maybe at the end of this year or the next year. It will be in Ministry of Education on ADA blockchain, and they're preparing the project of register all diplomas and government educational certificates on the blockchain for international society. And the third project now they are preparing, it is a government project too. They want to register people on as refugees and refugees from other countries, because as you know, in Georgia, from Asia, especially from Iran, arrived people or Syria arrived people as refugees, and we have in Georgia about 300,000 refugees from different countries, and it is a maybe big problem for them. So as I say about blockchain solution here, on this pandemic period, a lot of international companies contact to me and they're interested to make some projects in Georgia, because as you know, Georgia is crypto-friendly country, and it is legally here to work. We have 2 regulations, government regulations, I mean, for cryptocurrency mining, trading, and cryptocurrency exchanging. So we have some blockchain communities. One of them is the Blockchain Association of Georgia, where I am one member, and we think it will be a very huge and interesting position in the world in Georgia, because we are one of the first blockchain society, I mean from 2015. And this is interesting for other countries. By the way, from time to time from Europe, some groups of delegates arrive to look how works our House of Justice, and because in House of Justice Ministry we have very good solution. It is from last government. They make very good place, a co-working place, and if you need some register something government papers, you could make it take it 1-2 hours anyway. So this is small information about our country, but I could share to you the site of our registry, and I could show how it works in 1 minute, how it works on blockchain. Now, just a minute. Could I share my screen? I can't hear. Microphone is mute. I can't hear you. Next.
Okay. You can share your screen.
Okay,
actually.
just a minute. Okay. Now,
No.
Was disabled participant screen sharing. I need the.
Okay, because okay, I understand. Because you come as as a guest. So can you just send to the Telegram or WhatsApp so we can screen?
I could send the screenshot.
Okay.
Telegram. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. I can. It is on Georgian, but no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute. Yes. I send it in Telegram to Madina. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Let's check it.
I send it.
All right. Wait a minute. I'm going to Telegram.
If you could show on screen, I will try to explain how it's work, and it's very easy to use. Anyway, if you are a citizen of Georgia and you want to sell the land in Georgia, and other buyer is the citizen of Georgia or not, you could send the hashtag of this document in Bitcoin public blockchain. After 2 days, you could see your hash code in public blockchain, in Bitcoin blockchain, and it's impossible to wipe or change or edit or something else. And it's a warranty. After maybe some years, this land will be yours, and you could say anytime it is your legal document. And if will be some problem, anybody in the world law could check it, and it will be international for international law. Could you see the my print screen?
Unfortunately, it's only show like this. Okay, I will show here.
It's opened.
Yeah, it's open, but it cannot open it. So coba saya kirim. Wait a minute.
Okay, I will say about our country, and if you could open it on the screen, okay?
Okay, sure.
So, if you have a question, anybody, please ask without any problem. I will try to answer. Before, I want to say, on this pandemic period, on these 2 months, a lot of companies in Georgia arrived and preparing to arrive and make some businesses and some projects on the chain. So here we have a co-working space in our, now I'm sitting in the Crypto Cafe Georgia, but here we have a co-working space, our co-working space, and we are glad to invite any international companies on blockchain solutions or cryptocurrency solutions. And if you have some interesting, please contact me. I will send my mail here, and this is my mail.
Okay. Okay, we try to share the screen of you. So, but the thing is, it's only like, did you see, Alex?
Yes. No, I can't see it.
Sorry, 1 minute. Okay, it's only like this.
Yes, yes, yes. Just a minute. Yes, if you see, it's written on Georgia, but I can't found the translation option button. But if you see, here is SHA3 250. Could you see KeyCAC? This is the hash code link. You could link on the right side where it's website, and you could look and check your solution on international site. It is a public blockchain, so it is very easy to use, and it is just a minute. Okay. Hello, could you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, and this is government site, and you could use it anytime on this. Just a minute, I will send the site link.
Okay.
And just a minute, I will send the site link in type. I lost it. Yes, I found. Just a minute. Yeah, this is. You could enter here and look the site full. But I can't find the button where it's changed on English, because we had, and when I'm Georgia, and the location found me and show me the site on English. It's Georgian, sorry. But if you open it, you must see on English. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions about our government solutions and blockchain solutions, I'm ready to answer.
Okay, so I will have a question for the first time, because as we understand that land registration is very, very strict actually, because it's about asset, it's about the identity, and we have to confirm that this identity is real and the asset is real, and also the transaction is possible for them. For example, if we transfer the asset to somebody else, it means we have to know what is it, what asset is about. Is it a fixed asset? If we talk about the land registration, of course we talk about land, but in Indonesia we have several of rights. Like in Indonesia we have the ownership, and from the ownership we have so many rights that attach to the land. So everybody or every entity, they have their own level of rights. How about in Georgia? Is there any leveling in the land rights, or it's all is the same, all have ownership? Because in Indonesia, between ownership and also right to use, for example, it's different asset, it's different rights.
No, we have rights, although it's the same for anybody, but we have citizens of Georgia and not non-citizens of Georgia. Citizens of Georgia could bought or sell any land without any problem. If foreigners need to bought land, they must check some procedures, and after them they will be possible to bought land or take for a long time rent. I'm rent a long time rent. It's about till 49 years.
So for the land registration, for the land rights, there is several of limitation or restriction. It's depend on the whether this is Georgian or non-Georgian. Is it?
Sorry, I can't hear last sentence.
Okay, in Georgian, because as I understand it, Georgian is also one of the civil law country, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know now, maybe because the legal system in the world is already blend each other between the civil law and also the common law. So if I'm not mistaken, Georgia is also like in Indonesia, it's also the civil law. So as I understand also about the right of land, there is several of layering or leveling.
Yes,
so,
yes.
So if we talk like in Indonesia, we have about 7 or 8 rights.
No, we have only 2 for citizens and non-citizens.
Okay, and all of them is ownership right.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
In Indonesia, we divide not only ownership, we have right to use, we have right to this, right to, and so many right. And the most important, the one who can have the full ownership is only Indonesian citizen. So when even if this is only the Indonesian company, this Indonesian company, they cannot have any ownership. It's only have a right to use or right to build. It's something like this, or HGB or HGU. Or
no, if here is any company could possible to bought any places, legal places, and you could make some business or build your building
so
or
it's going to the investment law of the country, right? For this, as a part of investment. Okay. So is there any question maybe from Pak Arsan? The one, okay, I will introduce you before because you came late, and Pak Arsan is from the government of Indonesia. He's from the Ministry of Agrarian or Land Affairs and Spatial Planning. And another is Yanina. I hope you also know Yanina. Yanina is from Leicester, if I'm not mistaken. And then we already talked about blockchain practical in the legal side. And now maybe Pak Arsan, we want to ask the question, how is practically?
It's enough.
Enough. Okay. So I will read somebody who already asked about blockchain. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. Okay. This is from Ajeng Handayani. Ajeng Handayani have a question about how blockchain technology can be accepted before the judge during the proceeding under your practice in Russia. Okay. I note that you are IP practitioner. Do you think that blockchain on IP system need to be applied for harmonization? I think this is for Yanina, if I'm not mistaken, right, Ajeng? Bu Ajeng?
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Okay. So I will request to Yanina to answer about it. I don't know, Yanina is already left, or how is it? Okay. Okay, I think Yanina is already disappeared now. Bu Ajeng, maybe we will skip your question, but I will forward your question to Yanina.
Yes,
on
you
the
can
personal.
respond to my email. I left my email to your admin.
Okay. Thank you, Bu Ajeng. May I know from where you are?
I am an IPR consultant.
Okay, IPR consultant. Okay. Okay, the next is this is about tokenization that Ajeng Puspita now. I already have read before. Okay. Is there anybody who want to ask the question? Bapak Jimmy Agung Silitonga, silahkan. Halo, silakan Pak Jimmy. Halo. Ada lagi yang ingin bertanya? If there is no question anymore, I really appreciate for this meeting. Ya, ya, ada yang bertanya?
Ya, boleh saya bertanya?
Oh, Pak Jeffrey Mantiri.
Iya.
Ya, silakan Bapak.
Itu sudah ada tulis di question and answer ya.
Oke.
Tidak kebaca. Oke, mungkin saya mau bertanya ya di situ.
Boleh disebutkan Bapak dari mana? Mohon maaf.
Saya dengan Jeffrey Mantiri dari Jakarta.
Oke.
Ya. Jadi saya mau tanyakan, apakah profesi notaris ataupun lawyer harus terregister di blockchain kalau untuk menangani satu proses pengurusan ini? Apakah harus terdaftar di situ notarisnya atau lawyernya?
Oke.
Di blockchain.
Oke, untuk saat ini karena ya mungkin kalau pertanyaannya seperti ini saya yang akan menjawab karena ini kan sedang kita inisiasi sebenarnya kalau di Indonesia. Iya, jadi untuk saat ini, I'm sorry Alex, I will speak in Indonesia because it's about a legal profession in Indonesia. So jadi in Indonesia. Oke. So jadi kalau di Indonesia karena kita baru menginisiasi, apalagi untuk yang legal profession dan karena kita masih di stage yang initiation stage, kita sedang mempersiapkan infrastrukturnya supaya nanti kalaupun nanti ada yang di bidang bergerak di bidang blockchain dan itu memerlukan lawyer blockchain, maka lawyer yang bergerak di bidang blockchain itu adalah lawyer yang certified karena ini kan bukan sesuatu yang biasa, jadi membutuhkan sebuah skill yang khusus untuk memahami apa itu blockchain dan bagaimana smart contract itu berlangsung. Tapi at least Bapak Ibu yang sudah bergabung saat ini, kita sudah memulai lebih dulu untuk bisa memahami apa sih itu blockchain dari teman-teman profesi legal, baik itu notaris maupun lawyer. Jadi kalau misalnya dulu ada kekhawatiran kalau dari notaris-notaris yang udah sepuh gitu ya, atau dari lawyer-lawyer yang udah sepuh juga, mereka sangat khawatir, wah ini kalau ada teknologi baru, kita nggak jadi apa-apa. Padahal sebaliknya, kalau kita tidak memahami apa itu teknologi, ya kita tidak akan bisa memanfaatkan teknologi itu, akhirnya tidak bisa monetize skill kita. Padahal sebenarnya bukan masalah teknologinya, tapi masalahnya adalah di diri kita. So, jadi kami nanti akan membuat sebuah forum khusus juga untuk ini, karena kalau di Indonesia kita punya, kalau yang non-legal ada namanya Asosiasi Blockchain Indonesia, tapi itu kan bergerak secara umum, mereka-mereka yang memang pegiat blockchain, mereka yang memperdagangkan cryptocurrency. Nah, sementara kan kita bukan pedagang kripto nih. Kita ini profesi hukum yang harusnya kita ya menyesuaikan dengan perkembangan zaman. Jangan sampai nanti teknologinya sudah berkembang, kitanya masih tergagap-gagap.
Iya, betul.
Padahal ya, klien kita sebenarnya sudah lebih ke worldwide, apalagi kalau misalnya Bapak Ibu mungkin lawyer, mungkin tidak hanya kantornya ada di Indonesia, tapi kita juga punya kantor di beberapa negara juga, yang kita juga kadang memberikan advice untuk perusahaan-perusahaan yang bergerak atau yang menggunakan blockchain sebagai base teknologinya. Jadi semoga lebih bersiap untuk ke depan ini mau semacam apa. Termasuk kenapa kita undang juga dari government supaya kita sama-sama mempersiapkan diri. Jadi government-nya siap, legal profesinya juga sudah siap biar nggak ini.
Okay. Terima kasih, sangat bagus sekali.
Sama-sama Pak Jeffrey, terima kasih. Okay. Is there anybody who want to ask about the practical thing in Georgia, about the land registration and how is the investor overview when talk about Indonesia? Maybe what do you think? What do you think about Indonesia, Alex, for the investment or how you can collaborate with Indonesian entity in this case? Alex. Yeah.
Sorry, I am unmute on my microphone. You mean in Georgia or Indonesia?
Yeah. What is your overview as the crypto investor? Because in Indonesia, if we talk about the investment, yeah, we have like so many choice for like in Indonesia. If we talk about crypto or crypto market, there are a lot of options to invest in the crypto side. But here, the audience who coming to this webinar via legal profession, there some of them is in the academician like a lecturer. Some of them also lawyers like me or anybody who also is notary. So we want to know about your overview when you are the crypto investor, how you really make sure that this is a legit investment or not, or how you manage your investment in the crypto.
Yes, I invest in crypto maybe last 7 years, and it was some high period about from 2017 till 2018-19, and it was difficult and hard time, but now I think it's stable time, and I think it is the time to invest in crypto, but you must understand what's the project and check this project by audience. And by the way, we have here in crypto audience company, and when we invite other foreign companies or our foreign companies contact to us and try to open the office here, we'll check them, and after them we make some contracts or some business activities. And in our country, I think maybe 3 or 5 international companies, like some mining companies, like Petrovskaya, for example, and others. And we have some international exchange companies. Now we open here our Georgian exchange. If it will be something interesting, I will write the site, because now it will be not right, it will be advertising. But we have more and more activities in Georgia, and they could see the crypto-friendly country. It's European country, and we are in European Association Union, and European rules mostly works here. And I think it will be more and more interesting for international companies, especially from Asia, because we are neighbors, and they could come here without any problems. 180 countries in Georgia, they don't know visa. They could come for a month or 2 without any problems, and they could open a visa on airport or in Georgia. So I think in this year, into 2020, we will have more and more international companies who are interested in public blockchain or commercial blockchains. And maybe I have some information about 3 international companies. They are preparing to come here and open offices near September. But we wait for them, yes, because I am 9 years of this business, and when somebody needs to arrive in Georgia, they contact to us. we have a good place here, Crypto Cafe Georgia, invite them. And here we have co-working space for arrived people, and they could contact to local society with us. And as I said, we have a new company. It's a crypto auditing company who help register for international companies, register in our country, or make some take some information about our rules and our government regulations.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay, maybe let me just share our experience here as a blockchain understanding for our audience here in Indonesia, because as I mentioned previously, that our audience is mostly is from non-literacy in non-blockchain literacy. So okay, I will share my PowerPoint. Okay, from the file. Punya saya nggak bisa nge-share ya. Okay. I will share to, wait a minute. Itu sih namanya. Oke. Yang ini aja, Mbak. Oke. 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 Sudah ya? Okay, Ibu Lucy Suryo Wicaksono, there is a question. Okay, what is your suggestion to Indonesia to implement the blockchain in land registration? What are the things that need to be prepared by government? What do you think, Alex? There is a question from our audience.
A minute, I can't hear you, but could you repeat, please?
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah.
What's your suggestion of Indonesia to implementing blockchain in land register?
Yeah.
Government. Sorry. First, yes. First of all, it must be your government solution, and the government. It must be the first interest from government, of course, because it is a non-commercial project, and this project must be financial from some other commercial companies for first time, of course. After them, now they will begin 2017 in our country. It was cooperated with Bitfury. It's the biggest company in the world, mining company, and they decided to make this project. It was the first 6 months or 7 months beginning this project, and now it's work independently without any commercial funds. It doesn't need any commercial funds, and now it works as a government service. And if your government will decide to begin this project, I could ask to our House of Justice. I have good friends there, and they could help to your government colleagues make some instructions. But it must be after them officially a request, and as I think it will be a good sample for your government, and I could contact our representatives to yours, and they will discuss about it. I think it will be no problem. But first of all, it must be the solution and the needing from your government, of course. Without government system, it's impossible to work. It must integrate it in your data, in your government data, in Ministry of Justice in your country. Okay? Do you hear me?
Okay, wait.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, hear you clear.
Yes, okay, okay.
We want to share for all of you some of the information that this is maybe we'll answering some of the question, but again, it's about the system, so we have to wait to fix it until it's screen share.
Okay.
Ya bisa ya. Yang ini anehnya kenapa nggak mau ya?
Is it okay?
Yeah, still ongoing. Okay. Nggak mau ya? Funding mau. Pak Jimmy Agung Silitonga tadi belum jadi menyampaikan pertanyaan ya Pak, boleh diajukan, silahkan Pak Jimmy. Oke. Pak Jimmy, saya ingin tanya tentang kontrak yang dipakai dalam transaksi Bitcoin. Terus transaksi Bitcoin apakah yang termasuk transaksi OTC? Maaf kalau saya sembari kerja dan sinyal buruk, Bu. Oke. Bitcoin, kontrak yang dipakai Bitcoin itu sampai saat ini sebenarnya, oke. Kalau di Bitcoin biasanya karena mereka pakai kripto, mereka sudah menggunakan smart contract, Pak. Jadi kalau dalam smart contract itu kenapa kalau kita bertransaksi dengan cryptocurrency, ketika kita mengubah berapapun harganya, apalagi itu sudah ditradingkan, maka dia akan dengan sendirinya akan tertrack siapa yang merubah dan sejak kapan dia melakukan transaksi itu semuanya terrecord di situ. Jadi nah kalau bedanya kenapa kalau transaksi kripto itu lebih cepat karena penggunaan smart contract itu. Kalau misalnya kita kayak transaksi di pasar modal sampai saat ini kan masih H+2 ya untuk misalnya closing transaction or kita memberikan sesuatu ke dalamnya itu keluar masuknya masih agak lama. Okay, how blockchain in land registration contribute to land reform and land dispute? Pak Reza ya yang tadi ya. Pak Reza ada pertanyaan kontribusi blockchain untuk land reform. Ya, kontribusinya yang tadi ketika misalnya sudah diterapkan maka kita tidak akan lagi banyak berurusan dengan yang sifatnya manusiawi. Jadi sebisa mungkin kita menghindari baper atau upaya-upaya dari beberapa kalangan yang mungkin itu akan merusak dari transaksi itu sendiri. Misalnya dengan ya di beberapa institusi yang kita harus kondisikan dan sebagainya. Jadi itu tergantung dari datanya. Meskipun tadi Yanina bilang sih sebenarnya tetap aja butuh yang namanya legal profesi untuk memastikan bahwa data-data itu benar. Tapi dari yang kemarin saya riset di beberapa negara, ternyata blockchain itu bisa juga memverifikasi. Jadi tergantung dari artificial intelligence yang nanti akan digunakan untuk blockchain itu. Oke, mungkin bisa di-share ya Mbak, bisa dibantu. Oke, sebagai penutup mungkin sebelum kita agak biar tidak terlalu bingung juga memahami blockchain, ini ada saya akan pastikan ini untuk notaris sebenarnya. Jadi kalau untuk notaris dan pertanahan di Indonesia. So, kalau kita bicara tentang notaris, maka kita akan melihat kajian empirik bagaimana evolusi penerapan teknologi itu dari sejak e-notari, kemudian ke cyber notari dan blockchain notari. Oke. Nah, kalau dulu ketika kita membahas tentang tadi saya sudah bahas bahwa kemunculan atau kebutuhan kita itu beranjak dari tahun 1989, waktu itu dicetuskan sama notaris-notaris delegasi dari Prancis. Mereka membutuhkan sebuah sesuatu yang bisa pihak independen yang bisa merekam transaksi yang valid. Itu contohnya waktu itu mereka harus mampu mengadopsi adanya Den Haag Convention 1961 termasuk tentang apostil sehingga bisa digunakan ke beberapa negara. Kemudian setelah itu ada cyber notary. Nah, waktu cyber notary itu justru dicetuskan oleh American Bar Association, jadi lawyer-lawyer yang mencetuskan itu karena sudah eranya web ya waktu itu, sehingga dari mulai hanya dari PC atau dari electronic notary, kemudian berubah ke cyber notary karena waktu itu latar belakangnya adalah kita ini sudah worldwide, jadi untuk meminimalisir adanya crimes atau cyber crimes dan sebagainya, maka itu juga harus diverifikasi secara pasti dan secure. Itu waktu itu muncul juga karena bersamaan dengan adanya uncitral e-commerce juga yang mulai menyuarakan e-apostille adoption. Jadi yang dulu dibawa di Brussels oleh notaris-notaris Prancis itu juga kembali disuarakan lagi di tahun 94. Kemudian tahun 2009 karena blockchain itu kan munculnya karena ada Bitcoin. Nah, sejak saat itu kita sudah mulai mengenal blockchain itu sendiri, tapi belum banyak digunakan untuk public sector, baru untuk perdagangan kripto dan sebagainya. Sehingga orang-orang taunya blockchain itu ya cryptocurrency dan perdagangan kripto atau crypto investment yang kita kadang nggak tahu ini bener nggak sih layeringnya valid nggak ini, terus validitasnya gimana sih, apakah misalnya dia memanfaatkan, oh ini ternyata asetnya adalah aset sebuah teknologinya bener ada nggak, apalagi kalau dari kawasan-kawasan Eropa Timur misalnya ya, kayak Rusia, terus ya termasuk Georgia. Jadi prinsip kehati-hatian kita sebagai, kalau kita jadi investor, maka prinsip kehati-hatian yang harus dikembangkan. Karena ketika kita investasi, meskipun OJK, kita punya OJK, itu sudah sangat strict menyatakan bahwa jangan ikut ini, tapi kembali ke keyakinan di masyarakat sendiri. Jadi agak susah kalau misalnya kita hanya mengandalkan pemerintah, meskipun pemerintah sudah melarang, kalau masyarakatnya tidak cukup teredukasi, maka dia hanya akan semacam mencari peluang, dan ternyata peluang itu hanya peluang yang menjanjikan, bukan peluang yang benar-benar membawa manfaat buat dia. Kemudian, ini tentang sejarahnya, and then kita akan menuju, nggak bisa pakai ini. Bisa ya. Oke, next. Nah, kalau dari sisi fungsi blockchain, karena blockchain itu adalah bagian dari teknologi digital yang kalau kita membahasakan adalah open ledger yang terdesentralisasi seperti yang tadi sampaikan si Yanina, sehingga tidak memungkinkan adanya perubahan yang bersifat retroaktif. Jadi nggak mungkin kalau misalnya orang mau melakukan perubahan itu tanpa melakukan konsensus dengan siapa dia melakukan perjanjian. Jadi itu sebenarnya adalah dalam terminologi smart contract juga semacam itu. Jadi sudah ada timestamp-nya, karena kalau kita tahu bahwa jejak digital itu tidak akan mungkin bisa dihapuskan. Kalaupun kita menghapus jejak digital kita kayak di Twitter dan sebagainya, it's only temporary dan suatu saat pasti akan bisa terbongkar lagi. Nah, kemudian kenapa sih fungsi blockchain untuk notaris dan registrasi tanah itu penting? Karena dia bisa melakukan perekaman yang valid dan bersifat independen itu sendiri, karena dia sudah diprogram dari awal, dan sehingga kalau misalnya program itu dirubah, maka dia akan membutuhkan banyak konsensus, dan konsensus itu bisa bersifat privat maupun publik, tergantung dari nanti sistem yang akan diterapkan. Kemudian dia membutuhkan autentikasi dokumen secara elektronik. Nah, autentikasi dokumen ini biasanya ada di jadi kalau misalnya mau kita otentik atau pejabat publik yang memang mempunyai otoritas untuk melakukan autentikasi. Kemudian verifikasi kapasitas hukum dan tanggung jawab keuangan itu sendiri. Jadi sekarang kalau kita bicara tentang tanggung jawab individu, siapa-siapa yang melakukan transaksi, notaris kan pasti akan melakukan check and recheck, ini KTP-nya yang penghadapnya benar atau enggak. Tapi kan orang kita kadang notaris tuh ya, kita hanya terima nih, oh si penghadap membawa KTP. KTP-nya palsu atau enggak kita nggak tahu, karena kita sudah ada disclaimer bahwa ya apa yang kita hadapi ya itu emang benar, asalkan secara tertulis menyatakan kayak gitu ya itu dianggap benar. Kita tidak punya lagi tanggung jawab di belakang itu. Nah, kalau kita adakan blockchain, maka begitu kita scan itu KTP, kita baca itu NIK-nya, dan itu sudah terintegrasi dengan sistem yang lain, seperti di catatan sipil misalnya kayak gitu, itu sudah terregister. Oh ya udah, jadi dia ada 2 KTP nih, maka ini nggak bisa nih. Alasannya simple, it's about your identity, and that's all. Sehingga dia juga tidak bisa memalsukan keterangan lahir dia. Misalnya dia lahir tanggal berapa dan bulan apa, ternyata dia belum 18 tahun atau belum 21 tahun, apa ya tergantung dari kebutuhan dari kontrak kita. Maka dia tidak bisa untuk mewakili dalam pembuatan kontrak. Dan memperlakukan setiap informasi itu sebagai aset, sehingga informasi apapun yang masuk ke dalam sistem blockchain itu dianggap sebagai aset, sehingga itu akan dianggap sebagai sesuatu yang valuable dan harus diproteksi, melekat pada waktu yang tidak mungkin dimanipulasi atau timestamp itu sendiri. Kemudian dengan begitu sehingga kita akan mengeliminasi tindakan kecurangan atau tracking informasinya nanti jadi lebih jelas. Ini informasi dari siapa dan sebagainya, itu ke-tracking dengan lebih jelas. Dan tentu saja karena ini high tech, kita juga harus mengandalkan high security itu sendiri. Jadi high cyber security yang tidak memungkinkan orang untuk mentransfer dengan sangat gampang yang namanya informasi. Jadi dia kadang bisa melihat, tapi dia tidak bisa mendownload. Dia bisa mengupload, tapi dia tidak bisa mengedit. Jadi kewenangan-kewenangan semacam itu harus melekat pada sebuah sistem. Nah, high cyber security ini juga dibutuhkan, mengingat informasi itu kan aset kalau di dalam blockchain. Jadi perlakuannya tetap akan beda. ini ketaatan hukum, kita ada beberapa teori yang menjadi landasannya, karena ini teori fungsional dan sebagainya. Oke. Nah, empirical study-nya ini saya ambilkan dari beberapa negara-negara civil law dan common law, meskipun sekarang sudah mix ya mereka. Oke, the next. Nah, ada yang menarik selain Georgia, itu Ukraine Notarization and Land Registration. Jadi ini on trial-nya dari 2018. Jadi kalau Georgia mulai tahun 2015, tapi kalau dari Ukraine sendiri itu mulai 2018. Dan sebagai gambaran aja, kalau di Ukraine itu udah hampir semuanya sih. Cuma dukungan pemerintahnya memang lebih bagus di Georgia kalau saya lihat. Tapi kalau dari sisi sebarannya, integritinya, kita boleh, kalau tadi Georgia kita belum begitu banyak informasi, menggali informasi, nanti kita akan sampaikan di sini. Di antaranya yang Ukraine ini. Jadi ada e-payment juga sudah tergabung, kemudian public budgeting, kemudian international aid system. Jadi sampai bantuan-bantuan internasional pun di blockchain kan. Kemudian registry and ownership. Jadi kadastral perlu yang terkait dengan supply chain, nanti kita bisa bikin event selanjutnya. Kemudian notarization pasti, kemudian digital identity, kemudian voting and participation. Okay, Alex, sure. Please, no problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and I will come back in some minutes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alex, for joining with us. Okay, and then, nah, ini kalau untuk EU notarization dan land registration, tadi ada ini di Netherlands. Kalau di Netherlands itu fungsionalitinya semacam ini. Jadi kalau di Netherlands khususnya di Groningen, di Groningen itu lebih ke kalau voting itu ya itu di beberapa negara. Kita bahas yang Netherlands. Kalau Netherlands itu lebih ke fungsionalitinya lebih ke sistem apa ya kita bilangnya ya, kalau untuk pendidikan. Jadi lebih ke pendidikan sama dia memiliki untuk social security, lebih ke sana. Jadi kalau di Groningen lebih peruntukannya lebih ke siapa sih yang berhak untuk menerima bantuan sosial, misalnya semacam itu, atau pension fund, something like this. Kemudian Georgia yang tadi kita bahas, ini tadi sudah disampaikan Alex. Oke. Luxembourg juga ada. Kemudian Switzerland. Oke. Nah, kalau yang di India, itu kita ada contoh di India itu dikawal sama UNDP. Itu khusus untuk membuat land registration di sana lebih tertata, sehingga UNDP harus turun dan mereka menyatakan beberapa tempat di India itu sebagai piloting untuk land registration itu sendiri, karena dari sisi komersial, kalau dari sistemnya blockchain itu berarti harus ada proof of concept, karena itu sebagai evidence yang nantinya akan difungsikan sebagai aset itu sendiri. Kemudian, nah pertanyaannya Indonesia itu ready nggak ya sekarang itu? Kalau kita lihat, saya punya techno legal readiness level. Jadi ini saya adopsi dari techno readiness level. Jadi kalau kita mau mengadopsi teknologi itu, mau teknologi apapun, biasanya kita pakai ukuran semacam ini. Jadi ada TRL 1, TRL 2, sampai TRL ke 9. TRL 1 itu basic prinsipnya kita itu sudah cukup kuat atau belum. Kayak misalnya dari sisi government, dari sisi legal practitioner, dari sisi masyarakat, culture-nya, itu kita harus ada checklist. Nah, tadi Yanina itu sebenarnya punya checklist. Jadi nanti mungkin saya sendiri kalau di global blockchain legal konsorsium bareng sama Yanina, mungkin nanti akan kita diskusikan apakah di Indonesia itu cukup ready atau enggak dengan checklist yang kita punya. Kemudian, kalau saya ngamati ya semacam ini. Jadi penerapan e-notary yang ada di Indonesia itu saat ini baru ke e-filing, e-signature, HTL, dan itu masih terpisah-pisah. Kita belum bisa menjadikan itu sebagai sebuah sistem yang utuh seperti yang kita bicarakan tadi kayak blockchain itu. Jadi namanya blockchain kan block and chain, jadi balok dan rantai yang saling berhubungan. Oke. Nah, ini untuk yang notaris tentu saja terkait dengan pencatatan kontrak dan pencatatan kepemilikan tanah itu sendiri. Oke. Dah, itu aja dari saya sebagai penutup dan semoga diskusi ini bermanfaat. Nanti kalau misalnya ada yang ingin ditanyakan, bisa langsung email saya, dan ini waktunya juga sudah berlebih. Semoga teman-teman di sini dapat mendapatkan manfaatnya. Begitu Pak Arsan, terima kasih teman-teman semua.